Stay tuned. I'm about to show you step by step how to play the song Outstanding by the Gap Band on the piano. All right, everybody. So here is the breakdown for Outstanding by the Gap Band. First things first, the key of this song is in F sharp major. So let's quickly go over the F sharp major scale. We have F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, and then F sharp. All right. Our time signature for this song is going to be a 4/4 time signature. We're going to break this song down into two teachable sections. Our first section, section 1, is going to consist of our verse and chorus, all right? The verse and the chorus use the same chord progression. And then our second section is going to consist of what I'll call our pre-chorus, all right? So the first thing I want to do is address section 1, and we're going to start with the left hand going over that. But first, before I get into that, I forgot to mention, if you want to go to a specific section that I address within this song, or if you want to see me fully perform with piano only this song, you can go into the description and I have everything time coded where you can quickly get to what you want to see played and taught and broken down. All right. So let's start with section 1, learning the left hand and exactly what it's doing. So I'm going to play it in its totality and then I'm going to break it down. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay. So I basically just did the same thing, that same little loop 4 times. Now, there are two alternate bass lines that they do within one bar, or I guess a 4-beat pattern. They're going to do like a G sharp, F sharp, G sharp. Then they'll do something like this, where they kind of deviate slightly from it to, I guess, take you into the verse. I've usually heard it either going into the verse or going into section 2, which is the pre-chorus. Okay, so you got again, then they do, and then they go back to the G sharp. All right, so now let's break down slowly what I did. So 1, 2, ready, go. G sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, F sharp, B, F sharp, C sharp, D, D sharp, F sharp, and then back to G sharp. Okay? I had to slow that down because I couldn't say all of that in time. All right? So that's the pattern that we're doing. I'll do it one more time. G sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B. Then F sharp, B, F sharp, C sharp, D, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp. So it's like, okay? Now the way I finger it, what was most comfortable for my left hand, I would start with my G sharp, my middle finger playing G sharp. And then F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B. Now once I get here, I'll either do my pinky on F sharp or I'll maintain my ring finger on F sharp. Sometimes, most of the time I do my ring finger. But there's a stretch, so once you do, you'll have to stretch from this F sharp to the C sharp. So if it's easier for you to do it with your pinky, which sometimes it is, and sometimes I might just do it that way. All right. So you can do like that. So, and then once I get to the C sharp, I do my thumb on D, and then I cross my index finger over. So my index actually playing both of these with the thumb kind of bridging the gap. And then from here, I go pinky for sure. because the distance from this D sharp to the F sharp, my ring finger can't cover that. So I automatically just go to the pinky here, okay? And then I'll start back with my middle finger on G sharp, okay? Okay, so that's how I finger it, just breaking down what I'm doing fingering wise, all right? Now, let's do the right hand. We're going to do what your right hand does, which are the chords. So, we're doing, well, I'll just go ahead and play it in rhythm and then I'll break it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And so if you're doing that little accent, your right hand does it. Your right hand will do it with the left hand. But if not, you will hear the chords just continually being played. So like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then that start over. Now, so here's what's unique about what the right hand is doing. If you really study the details of what the piano is doing in this song, the piano will either start everything, well, he definitely starts everything on the downbeat. So it's then he'll let the bass hit, and then he'll come in on the 1, 2. So on that second beat, sometimes he comes in, and then toward the middle of the song, sometimes he comes in on the and after 1. So the and between 1 and 2. So I'll show you that. So sometimes you will hear like on the and. Let me do that again. So sometimes you hear that. Now I went on to play the left hand so you can kind of really hear where I was in the song. It's kind of hard to tell when I'm just doing right hand. So now let's break down the right hand only. So as you see, I'm only hitting 3 chords. So first chord is a F sharp suspended 4. Okay, so a basic F sharp major would be my third being A sharp, and what we do to make what makes it suspended rather is just taking this third to the 4, which is B. Okay, that's your first chord. Second chord, you have another 4-note chord. It's going to be F sharp major 6 over A sharp. Okay, so just a basic F sharp major chord. First inversion would be your A sharp, C sharp, and your F sharp, and we're going to add this D sharp. Okay, and I'm sorry for not breaking it down, but that first chord, you have F sharp, B, C sharp, and then F sharp high. So you're doing an F sharp octave, and you're going to add B and C sharp in the middle. All right, and then this was the second chord. I just went over each of the notes in this one. And then your third chord is just a basic C sharp major, root position, C sharp, F or E sharp, and G sharp. Okay, so you just have those 3 chords. So the big thing you want to focus on is rhythm, learning how to play it in rhythm. So now we're going to do section 1, left and right hand, both hands, and we're going to do it slowly. Okay, so I'm going to play both hands slowly. Now I will count in, but I won't be able to continue to count and play with both hands at the same time. All right, so hopefully you can tell where I am beat wise by the bass line. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Now, that's the basic repetitive rhythm. Now, if I'm getting ready to go into the verse or going into the chorus, you will hear this. 1, 2, and I'm going to do just the last bar. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, and then go back, straight back to that G sharp. Okay? All right. Now, what I want to do, staying with section 1, doing both hands, now I want to do where I do the F sharp suspended 4, but I do it on the and after 1 or before the 2. Okay? So I want to do that rhythm too. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, so you can kind of hear the difference where I did verses. So it's like 1, 2, and then you have 1 and 2. So 1, 2, and then 1 and 2. Okay, so it alternates within the song. All right, I don't know if they did it like that on purpose, but in the original version, that's what I hear. That's what they do. All right, now let's move on to section 2, our pre-chorus. And let's break down what the left hand only is doing in this pre-chorus, all right? So I'm going to play it in its totality, and then we'll break it down. So you have 1, 2, ready, and. And then once you go back to the G sharp, now we're back at section 1. Okay? So let's break that down and let's do it slowly. So we start off D sharp, F, E sharp. I keep wanting to say F, but E sharp and F sharp. E sharp, F sharp, E sharp, C sharp, B, and then an alternating pattern with A sharp and B. So it's like you can do that, or you can do where you can do A sharp, B, 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 A sharp, and then back to D sharp. Now once we come back to it, they'll do C sharp, E sharp, C sharp, F sharp. So it's like this. Okay? And so that's kind of the wrinkle that they add in there. So it's like so that's the wrinkle leading to the F sharp. And so when you come off the F sharp back to E sharp, then C sharp, and then B, then you either do or you can either do either one of those. All right. And then to come out of it, then so we will go back to the G sharp instead of going to the D sharp. Like when we're repeating it, you go to the D sharp. But when you stop repeating it, you just go to the G sharp. And then you go back to that. All right, not that fast, of course. Okay, now let's do section 2, the right hand chords. Okay, so we have let me play it in its totality and then I'll break it down. I always forget to play it in its totality. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. You ready to take it out? And that's how you go back to section 1. Because remember, this is the first chord of section 1. So let's break down those chords. So we really have 3 chords. You have the C sharp major, which is C sharp, E sharp, and G sharp. And then the second chord that I was doing that on, so that's going to be an E flat, or no, a D sharp, not flats, no flats in F sharp, but D sharp minor. So that's A sharp, D sharp, F sharp. And so I basically just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then once I get to the 7 or the 7th hit, I'm going to hit that 7th time with this E sharp minor. That's going to be G sharp, a B sharp, and then an E sharp. Now this could be C. I guess it could go ahead and be C. Yeah. So 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay. So now let's do section 2, both hands in time. Well, no, I'm gonna do it slightly slow. I don't want to do it in time. I want you to really hear the rhythm. All right. And so again, I might not be able to count all the way through it as I play it, but I will count where I can. So I want to make sure I play the chorus right and don't, mess myself up. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Last time. And then you go back to section 1, just like that. Okay? And look, I just went over the whole song. So the song is really simple. It's really repetitive, okay, when it comes to your chord progressions and your music, all right? And what I like to do now is I like to go ahead and play the full performance. Remember, this is just going to be me playing on the piano. You won't be able to hear the music, but I will be playing along with the music for copyright purposes, of course. And I don't want my videos to be blocked because I don't have the rights to use the original version of the song. But I do want you to know how to play the song for those that might be learning this for a gig, or you might just be learning it for fun, or you might be learning it for karaoke or whatever the case may be, and you might want to sing and play it live, all right? So without further ado, here is the full performance of Outstanding by the Gap Band. Thank you very much.